Hello everyone, welcome back to Journey to Wisdom and Well. Today we're going to be clearing out my old fridge because I did buy a new fridge. Organizing the new fridge will be a different video. However, I want to clear my old fridge, get rid of any expired items, clean it. Well, I'm not going to deep clean it because somebody's just going to come and pick it up. But we're just going to kind of make sure it's not disgusting. And then actually what I think I want to do is I'm going to go to the Dollar Tree and I'm going to grab some items from the Dollar Tree, spending less than $20 to organize and see what the fridge would look like. Organize if you have a smaller, older fridge. I'm shocked that I didn't think to do this with my smaller, older fridge before this point of buying a new one, but that's just what it is. You're going to see me in different outfits because I went to the dollar store and other Dollar Trees in different Dollar Trees on different days. So if you see the outfit change, that's why. So let's get into this fridge. One last thing. The lighting in this room is great. There's windows. It's wonderful. However, in the back room where the fridge is in the kitchen, not so great all the time. So sorry if the lighting gets weird. Anyway, let's go look and see what the fridge is looking like, and it's a judgment-free zone. Okay, some of the reasons that I did get a new fridge is this right here because the handle was falling off, and this right here because it's held up by tape. But look at the fridge. It is very, very, very full, but we need to get through this and organize it. But this is what my fridge looks like right now. So another thing is I'm very interested in finding out how much time this is going to actually take me. So I'm going to be using my iPad timer or the clock function to time myself with the time watch or the stopwatch. Also, as I'm taking out marinades and things out the door, I'm going to try to section them out. So when you first want to start your fridge organization, take everything out of the fridge, sort them into like items, and then after that we'll worry about expiration dates and throw all the old stuff out. So let me get started. This fridge is now empty. It is dirty, so I am going to take some Dawn soap, a bucket, and some warm water and wipe it out. But I'm not gonna like do too much because they're coming to pick this up. It's not horrible, but it can use a quick little wipe down. All right, guys, so the fridge is cleaned out. If you own your own fridge and you're keeping this fridge, take the drawers out, wash them in the sink, do all the things, you know? But let me show you. Look, no dark stuff in the corners. So yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm very happy with it. It actually wasn't that dirty. So let me show you my categories of things. I have a lot of sauces. Clearly, I'm a saucy girl. And then these are kind of like juices, water, just miscellaneous, batters, milk products, bread, which is some moldy, girl, some moldy, herbs, some good. This is all like this random water, condiment section. And these are like stocks or extras that you add into your things, which could have went over here with condiments. So then we have fruits and veggies, some in better condition than others, and some still in your tray because I bought some groceries yesterday and today, and this is all the watermelon in here. Here, eggs, all of those are definitely not good. Girl, these are my leftovers that some might not be good there either. My meats, some marinating, some about to get cooked, random drink, water, cheeses, and butters, just random cookies, snacks, and random cut up onion. Just random. We're at about 18 minutes, but I would say about 20 because I think I wasn't recording for about 2 of them. Yeah, so now that I have everything in sections and organized, I'm going to go ahead and toss anything that is not good. So I'm going to move on to that, and you move on to that too, because I hope that you can do your fridge along with me. Yes, I like it. I think finding the names on the dates on some of these is the hardest part. Like, it's taking me forever. 2025. There's gotta be a better way to store this though. 2026. That's sorrow. This might not be good. I've had this for a minute. 2025. Ooh, stinks now. That's disgusting. That's feta? No, that's mold. And you know what's sad? I did my meal prep this week based on some yellow cheese I thought was packaged and whatever. Clearly, it wasn't airtight because it looks hard on the edges. Great. All right, guys, let's take a trip to the Dollar Tree. First, we want to talk about these egg carton containers. They're $1.25. I already had one at home, so I didn't buy them, but a good buy. Then they have this butter holder. I thought about getting this one, but did not. It doesn't move, which I like. When it's locked in, it's locked in. So I think that's good for $1.25. They have these attachable to your shelves. They go underneath. I actually love the color of this clear. This is my favorite kind of clear. You could put berries, strawberries, eggs, whatever in there. Choose it how you choose. The next are these pull out or put into big drawers or use as singular units. I like that they have a little handle on them as well. The Essentials brand is one of my favorite brands in here for organization. Then they have an actual egg drawer that you can add to a shelf like the other one for berries, except this one has little holes for the eggs to go in and you push it in and out. I'm in the plastic section where they have all the Rubbermaid Tupperware and all that, which you can also get to put in your fridge, but I would suggest you check there in your store. That's where I seem to be finding most of my fridge items. This next item is a pack of 2 little containers that you can use if you don't have mason jars. They are $1.25 for 2. Then they have these containers here that have little venting lids. If you snap the button up and down, you can vent it. So we like that as well. They're Shore Fresh brand. They also have some bigger ones in this as well. Again, with the Essentials brand, if you wanted to put this in your fridge and just put like condiments, things that are already in a wrapper is what I would suggest because I'm not sure if they're BPA. Then we want to look at these mason jars. If you can actually find the lids and the tops, they're a good investment, as well as this little pull-out thing. I usually keep my water in this in my actual fridge, but I actually am thinking about using it for something else the next time around. I was just showing you that the Essential Brands has these great empty containers, and then we have these that lock in together, but I could only find one. They'd be good for your freezer for meat storage to like put them up sideways or ice cream. Then we have this Essentials brand can holder, which is good for cans and bottles. And then there was also some veggie or fruit holders that already had like the strainer in them, which was kind of amazing. They also had circle ice maker. So if your fridge does not have an ice maker, you could definitely use the circle ice maker. And they had regular trays of ice as well. So they had really good things at $1.25 price in the Dollar Tree. Next up is the larger size of the Shore Fresh brand. If you had something bigger to put in your fridge, as I fumble around, and it has a vented lid as well. I was just showing you that if you're not into see-through, they do have white as well. Hey guys, so it is actually the next day. Different clothes, just came from work, and I figured I'd check this Dollar Tree as well as maybe another Dollar Tree by my parents' house, because the one I went into yesterday didn't seem to have a lot and was really not organized. Their shelves were pretty bare, so I'm gonna go over here and maybe to another one to see what else they have in kitchen organization, if not only just to share what may be available in the Dollar Tree if you're on a really tight budget and you still want your fridge to look amazing. Yeah, this store is definitely more well built. It have some microfiber cloths in here, as well as some other Clean and Life multi-purpose cleaning cloths. Another thing I realized didn't have was a bucket, and they have buckets for $1.25, so I got myself some cleaning cloths and buckets. Still looking for the section. I guess you can use any of these also. Look how neat it is in here. Oh my god, it puts the other place to shame. Okay, so they have, if I find anything really different, I pointed out, they do have these organizer baskets that snap on the side, but I don't know if those are good for the fridge. If you don't want to do a bucket, you can always do a spray. Fill it up with like some water, vinegar, or dish soap and water, warm water, and spray, and then wipe down. So that's another option. There was only this one, but I'm gonna grab it because it looks like it's in good condition. It's supposed to be a wine bottle holder, but I've seen someone use it for pencil holders, fork holders, utensil holders. Also have this yogurt cup. I guess if you wanted to maybe pre-make your yogurt, this is cute. All the good stuff I only see one of. But I don't really wouldn't use that, so I'm not gonna buy it. But maybe it'll work well for someone if you can find it in your Dollar Tree. It comes with a foldable spoon. I can tell this was the top of another one. To have this kind of butter dish, which is a little different, but I think I actually like that one better because it locks in to place. Oh, and this one's glass, you guys. They have a glass bowl with lid. Dishwasher safe, microwave safe. You don't usually find glass in here, so I might want to grab that myself. They also have these. Unfortunately, they're already labeled, but I mean, you could still use them. Just turn them around and put whatever condiment you want in it. See, that's cute. This store also, remember when you're looking for these, if you're gonna put them in your freezer to organize, come over here. Personally, I like clear bins, so I probably won't get them, but they do hook together, so you can do like 3 across or something. It's in the section that has like the stickers and tape and pens and things like that. Just be mindful. At least that's where it's been the last 2 times. Last Dollar Tree stop. Let's see what we can find in here. Did you guys know that Dollar Tree has a veggie wall? I didn't know that. Cuter little trays for ice. This one looks like it's gonna make you some round ice, and it's silicone bottom, so easy to pop out. And then skinny rectangular. And they also have the basic. I found another one. And look, they've got these here also, and they've got the juice container. So if you wanted to decant your juice into like a clear container, you could do that here. Oh wait, more. I think I might grab 2 more. I think like sets of 3 look great, and that's how they stack. Isn't that really good? Oh my gosh. And let's say you secure Short Fresh lunch container storages. That's really cute. Other fun silicone ice trays, some seashells, and some watermelons. I think these flatter ones would be good for deli meats and cheeses. I don't see the cover though. Maybe it's the blue covers down there. I was looking for the larger ones of these, but I can only find the small, so I might pick them up because there's only these 2, and it's fridge storage bins. You can do like cherries, and it's only me, so I don't really have that many things, but I wish I could have found like the larger size. However, I think I'm gonna go with these 4 and then get out of here. All right guys, we are done with the Dollar Tree shopping, and the total after adding the calculator was about $18.75, less than $20, buying a few organizational things for myself, and I do have a few things at home. Okay, everything that is expired is in the garbage, y'all. I have a full garbage bag. Perfect time for me to do this though, because it's trash day for me. So I would suggest if you're cleaning out your fridge, maybe wait till trash day as well. Full of garbage, which I need to take out. Dollar Tree items that we picked up because we went through a tour of Dollar Trees and all that. But here are a few items that I already had in my house. I'm sure I showed you the Dollar Tree egg tray, but I had already bought myself an egg tray a while back. I also had these jars that I was using for meal prep that I'll probably use in the fridge. And then I also have this container that has like the strainer on the bottom that I've had prior. And I also had this container already. I don't remember when I got that. But everything else pretty much came from the Dollar Tree, and that's what we're going to use to organize everything. I have some cupboards above the fridge that I can always use to store extra ones because you just never know what you're going to get. I am not a person that has a big family, so you'll never see me buying a ton of things. It's summer, so I enjoy fruit, so I have more fruits and vegetables this time of year. So I'm going to get these condiments back on the door because I don't want them out so long. But the next step really is to get your organizational bins into a spot that you want them in. And then by me personally, I'm not a pro at this, so I'm going to ask ChatGPT the best way to store things. I've already asked it about strawberries. You'll see what it says over here, or Google, whichever one was easier. And it says do not cut up strawberries because it'll start the decomposition process. Also with grapes, you'll see over here, Google or ChatGPT, whoever I use, it says not to take them off the vine. And a lot of the things, if you're gonna wash them, make sure they're completely dry, because putting them away wet does not help them either. As well as blueberries, if you're going to store them, they need to be stored in a airtight steel container, and they need to be dry. Putting a paper towel or one of those containers that have a drip underneath it, and if possible, put them on a single layer. Anyway, let me go ahead and try and figure out a positioning of all my containers and see what works in my top freezer fridge. All right, guys, we're going on almost 50 minutes. So this is not super fast process, and it could be because I am recording that it's taking me a little longer, but let me show you what I've done in here so far. So I put all my condiments back. I tried to remember to face the labels out front, just because I feel like that's how they do it on the shelves in a store, just front facing to be more presentable. I can't wait to use the new fridge, because a lot of these just shift forward when I close the door, but it's neater and it's cleaner. And this is the setup I think I'm going to use in here, as far as the eggs, and I think maybe a snack up there, containers to hold any like sectioned off fruit, and then water holder, can holder, and my fruits and stuff. And then over there will be for leftover, hence the containers. I don't usually, and then the crisper drawers for fruits and vegetables, like the lettuce and things will go in there. But I don't usually leave meat in my fridge unless it's marinating. In that case, it'll be where those containers are, because that's where the meal prep stuff would be. Now I'm going to actually put everything back in the fridge just to see if it all fits in and if the setup works, if I have to move things around. An hour and 7 minutes. Let's just call it an hour and 15. So let me show you what the fridge is looking like. I am too tired to do the freezer, but it looks so much better in there. Why was I not doing this all along?
What was the reason? What was the reason?
Now, because the door is broken, I had to kind of like tightly, because they were slip sliding. But look inside. I do need to do more research on like what shelves to put what. Feel free to screenshot some information I found on ChatGPT. These don't have anything in them, but I could cut up my cucumber, cut up my carrots, and put them in the glass jars to be able to go. But I think it looks so good in here now. And look, even with I was worried the wire rack wouldn't work, but I can still put my tomatoes up here that were washed and drained and dried off. And then these containers, this is my water holder, but I got something different for the new fridge. And this is a can holder, but I got something else for the new fridge. Things of like unopened, and because this container doesn't say BPA free, I put things that are already in like plastic in them. But yeah, that's what it looks like, y'all. I love it. I'm so glad, because I'm glad it looks okay for it to stay this way for at least one more day, and then I'll transfer into the new fridge, God willing, tomorrow. Oh, and look how I use my little wine holder to like corral my meat. Okay, Grateful Gang, thank you so much for hanging out with me today while I organized my old my old Kenmore refrigerator that's getting hauled off in about a week. I look forward to organizing and restocking and doing some ASMR of the brand new fridge with you guys. Let me know, have you organized your fridge? Is your fridge organized like that? Do you think it takes up more space or less space? And how often do you clean your fridge? Any one of those questions is fine. You don't have to answer all of them. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Love you, mean it. Bye.